2020 Toyota Yaris Hatchback Review. The pros and the cons. The Toyota Yaris has been on the market for a while now. It has had some hits and misses. So what does the 2020 Toyota Yaris have to offer? What should you expect from this vehicle? Is it the right hatchback to fit the needs of the average driver, or is it the sedan a better match? They are both built off of the Mazda's 2's platform, and aside from some obvious physical features, do have some similarities. That being said, let's get into what makes the Yaris stand out. What's new for 2020? The 2020 Toyota Yaris has a hatchback variant that is bigger than the previous year's model. It is 6 inches longer and 2.4 inches get added to the wheelbase. The new hatchback is also estimated to get 40 mpg on the highway, showing Toyota's emphasis on the fuel economy. It should prove to be sportier drive. Top reasons to buy a 2020 Toyota Yaris. The pros. A lot of features for the price. With the hatchback having a starting MSRP of $18,000, the 2020 Toyota Yaris is quite an affordable vehicle. But don't make the mistake of thinking that it is a cheap economy vehicle. Toyota crams a lot of desirable features into the Yaris. There is a 12-volt power outlet in addition to the 2 USB ports. Even the base trims on the hatchback and the sedan come with a lot of infotainment and safety features like the smart key system for vehicle security and access to Sirius XM satellite radio. This is a huge selling point for the Yaris. High-quality interior design. Given that the Yaris is built off the Mazda 2's design, its interior build is quite exquisite. The materials appear to be high quality and have a pleasant feeling to them. There are enough soft touch surfaces to balance out hard plastics, and there are no visible gaps in any of the paneling. No shakes, rattles or rolls will be noticed while driving. Although this clearly isn't a luxury vehicle, there is nothing about it that comes off as cheap and poorly made. The fuel economy. One of the best things about the 2020 Toyota Yaris is its fuel economy. It gets an estimated 32 mpg in the city and 40 mpg on the highway. Those are some good numbers for the vehicle in this class. Those looking for a fuel-efficient vehicle that will save them money at the pump will definitely be lured in by the Yaris. It will be a top contender in its class this model year. Superb steering and handling capabilities. The Yaris has some seriously remarkable steering and handling capabilities. The steering feels spot on and gives an appropriate amount of feedback to the driver through the steering column. The handling feels quite spirited and makes for one sporty ride. Sure, the vehicle can be slow to accelerate, but once you have got it going, it can be pretty fun to pilot. You will feel confident in Yaris' capabilities. A fantastic transmission. Buyers might be surprised when they discover just how solid of a transmission the 2020 Toyota Yaris has under the hood. There is a standard 6-speed manual transmission, save for the XLE, which has a 6-speed automatic transmission that is optional on all of the other trim levels. The 6-speed manual is the way to go through. It provides some smooth shifting and works well with the 1.5L inline 4-cylinder engine. The engine might be a bit underpowered, getting just 106 HP and 103 lb-ft of torque. But the transmission does its best to make up for it. Those who love driving a stick will be quite pleased with this transmission. An easy-to-use climate control system. The single-zone climate control system might seem kind of basic, but that's all for the better. The 2020 Toyota Yaris is all about simplification of the right things, and this is one of them. The controls are intuitive and placed well within the driver's reach. There is nothing confusing and distracting about how they function. Also, the system does a good job of distributing hot and cold air as prompted. All controls are user-friendly. Let's just be frank, all of the controls are user-friendly. While Toyota might not be giving you the utmost and luxurious features, that they do a good job of giving you what you need without making it befuddling to use. Even the optional navigation system is easy for the average driver to use. It's so no fuss setup on the dash, and there are enough controls mounted onto the steering wheel for easy use. Crisp sound from the audio system. Music lovers will enjoy rocking out to the standard audio system in the 2020 Toyota Yaris. It is not an advanced stereo system by any means, but the second comes out the crystal clear, go ahead and crack it up to the full volume. You will not get any distortion. The same cannot be said of the systems equipped in some of the Yaris' biggest competitors. Apple CarPlay is finally available. New for this year is the standard availability of Apple CarPlay. Toyota has been adding this smartphone app integration feature to its vehicle over the last few model years and has found success with doing so. While they still have not added Android Auto, this is a step in the right direction. This feature allows you to access your iPhone's apps with just a few clicks. If you don't get the optional built-in navigation, you can easily use the navigation feature on your phone. Reasons not to buy a 2020 Toyota Yaris. The cons. Slow acceleration. The biggest problem with the 2020 Toyota Yaris is the engine and its slow acceleration. The 1.5L takes about 10 seconds to get from 0 to 60 mph. So trying to get up to speed on the highway can be a challenge. Economy vehicles are often slow to accelerate, but the Yaris is especially lackluster. Cramped space for the taller drivers. The interior might be nicely upholstered and adorned, but space is horribly limited. Taller drivers will find the Yaris cockpit to be especially cramped for space. Knees, elbows, and head, all of them will suffer from lack of room. In all honesty, the hatchback is probably going to be too small for any larger adult. Lacks ride comfort. Ride comfort is thrown to the wind in favor of a sportier ride. The 2020 Toyota Yaris lets in a significant amount of road imperfections. You will feel every bump, every dip, every jut. While you will not be totally jolted around, you will take note of the imperfections. A rear-facing child safety seat won't fit in the back seat. Hatchbacks will not be ideal for those who have infants needing to be put into a rear-facing safety seats. The back seat is actually too small for them to securely fit, and as most parents know, having one of those seats up front is far from ideal or safe. You will have to opt for the sedan models, the L, LE or XLE. Those offer more space even though they are small sedans. So guys, that's all from our side. Now it's up to you that whether to buy 2020 Toyota Yaris hatchback or not. To know more about these kinds of videos, please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to get notified.